In today's episode, I'm finally going to teach Inertia a brand new trick that she's never learned before. I'll teach her about boundaries so she knows where she can go and where she can't. And I'll also continue to work with Inertia on being more brave around scary things. I'm Zach George. I train dogs. This is my new dog, and I'm gonna show you how I train her from day one. Things definitely won't always go smoothly. You can start from the beginning or you can pick up anywhere. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. When you put into motion an approach based on love and respect, your results will forever remain in motion. This is Inertia. Welcome to the dog training experience. Inertia, what are you trying to tell me right now? I think she wants to see what's in her pup box this month. This is the 11-month-old box. They send you items and supplies and things you need based on your dog's specific age. They give you guidance here on what you should be working on throughout the month. The motivation level is so high when you get your pup box because you get all kinds of ideas. Let's see what we've got in here. This is gonna be a really valuable toy for her. So I like to keep toys like this out of reach when they really like them and just use them for training and currency. Let's see what's next. While this is a plush toy, Inertia also likes other textures too, and I think that's really important. This is yet another thing that you can use to play with your dog or use it for training too. Here's a high quality chew. I like to give these to Inertia when I'm just having her check out for a second. But she doesn't just like to play, she loves treats too, and obviously you need good treats when you're gonna train your dog. You wanna have something to incentivize them to learn new things. Let's see how she feels about the duck treats. Safe to say she likes the duck treats. These are really good to give your dog like an extra treat, or if they're a picky eater, you can put them on top of their food. Between the advice and the products you get with a pup box, it's a great way to keep you extremely proactive and on offense when it comes to your training. So if you're a new puppy parent, pup boxes will genuinely help you. Pup box is gonna give you 50% off of your first box when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. Go to pupbox.com/Zach and enter discount code Zach. I'll have that link and code in the description below. It is springtime here in Atlanta, and we have a deck out here, and we have a pair of doors that we like to open out. Now, I've recently encountered something that's been a little bit challenging with Inertia. We love letting her hang out here. She likes the outdoors as much as we do, but sometimes she'll get really distracted. The park over here has a lot of dogs and people walking by. She might see a squirrel or any other number of things. I really want her to recognize the threshold here and the boundary so that I can easily call her back and have her remain inside. Another example as to why you might want to do this, maybe we have the doors open, it's raining outside, and I don't want her tracking water in and out of the house. Right now, she's under the impression that when these doors are open back here, she's free to walk around, and I need to change that perception. This is a good opportunity to practice her spontaneous stay or emergency stay. So let's test her spontaneous stay. I want to confirm that she'll stay with very minimal notice here. Let's go, come on. Stay. Oh, she thought about it. Let me just get her a little warmed up there. Come on, let's go. Stay. So right there, I had to pause, tell her to stay, and really explain it. Good job, girl. Okay. Give her a toss of the ball. All right, come on, let's go. Stay. That wasn't too bad, but again, she's on the deck there, so I do want her inside. I really want her to understand that inside means inside. Back up. Good. Stay. Back up. Looking good there. Like that. Okay, good. The pup box toy is awesome. I mean, look how focused she is on me. It's important, whatever currency you're using, that your dog really be focused on you for it. Come on, let's go. Stay. Okay, good. So she's pretty good when I ask her to stay. My thinking is if I do that several times in a row, she'll start to get in the habit of looking to me before she goes out there onto the deck. Come here, let's go. Stay. Okay, come. Stay. The idea here is to get her to anticipate the stay ahead of time and just really get her in the habit of doing that. It'll take some practice and lots of consistency to make sure that she gets in the habit of checking in with me before crossing this threshold. These kinds of things are trained 30 seconds at a time, so just taking a little bit of time to be very consistent about this will get you to where you want to be. I'm now going to make the exercise a little bit more challenging to her, just to really burn it into her brain. Look, you stay here no matter how much you want to get something. She really loves the toy. If I throw it out the door, there's clearly no hesitation to just run out there and get it. So this toy is going to be an awesome distraction. You might notice I do a lot of training at door thresholds. I think they're very important. It's important for your dog to understand where the house is and what their limits are and where they're allowed to go and where they're not. And some areas are okay to go to sometimes and not at other times. Let go. Stay. I verbally intervene like this sparingly with Inertia, but if you find yourself saying, too much to your dog, then they're probably not yet prepared for the training exercise you're doing. So take a step back and make it easier for them. Okay, good girl. That was tough for her. Did you see her? She really flinched and thought about going after it. So I'm confident that she'll hold her stay when I tell her to, but I'd like to go on to the next phase of training this, which is just having her hold an extended stay in here. So let's go for a 60-second stay. Hey Siri, set a timer for 60 seconds. She's starting to understand context because we've done these extended down stay lessons in so many different contexts right now. I really feel like it's starting to pay off. I threw my shoes just to give her an unexpected distraction. All right. Okay, good job, go get it. So that was good. I mean, a nice 60-second stay, that's a good start. That's something I'll continue to do with her and then focus on working up to 5 minutes and longer over time. The bottom line is teach your dog to respect boundaries, especially those leading from inside to outside. There's something that I have been meaning to teach Inertia, and I have never waited this long to teach a dog this particular thing, and that thing is speak. The reason it's taken me so long to train speak is, in my experience in the past, with an immature dog, it can get a little out of control. In the same way that she offers sit pretty or offers lie down in order to get a treat, she'll also start to offer speak a lot, and that can get kind of obnoxious. I think she's old enough now at 11 months. Our relationship has advanced enough where I can more easily and fluidly communicate with her on things like, I don't want you to bark over and over again without permission. Inevitably, it's going to be a phase that she goes through after we teach this, I'm sure. But if it does happen, I'll show you how I work through it. The way that I like to teach speak is just hold up a treat for your dog and let them brainstorm. Most dogs will start to make some kind of subtle noise while they're trying to figure out what you want. Yes, good. I had a vocalization there. That's why I'm rewarding it. As soon as they make any sound at all, even if it's not a bark, reward them. It's important to let your dog know when they're on the right track. You might find that when you first hold up the treat that your dog starts to offer you a variety of other behaviors that they've learned. I mean, who could blame them? It worked in the past, right? At first, it's like the noises they make are almost an accident and you just need to be there. Yes, really subtle vocalization. And you just have to be there to acknowledge it. So she may think it means play dead and bark, but when you're trying to get a new trick, you just take it any way you can get it, and then you refine it from there. I do want to discourage the play dead, so let me get a little pickier here and see if I can encourage her to just hold a regular position and let her know it's the bark I'm going for. I'm gonna withhold on that vocalization, because I want to really try and get her back onto the just sit or stand and speak, or even lie down. Look at her eyes too. You can just see her eyes brainstorming, trying to figure it out. Yes, what? That was a good one. That's called speak. Yes, good. You can see she's starting to get the hang of this. So why don't I try adding the word now? I'm gonna say it as she does it, because she's getting somewhat predictable. When you first start to teach your dog a word, speak. Say the word as they do the thing you want, not before they do it. Speak. Inertia's picking this up really fast, and since she's barking consistently, now I think I can start to say the word speak just before she barks. Speak. Yes. Let me try and get 3 speaks. Yes. I'm curious to see if she's really generalizing speak right here. Let me ask her to do it while in another position. Speak. Asking your dog to do things while you're in a different position or location is a great way to help them start to generalize the behavior in different contexts. That way they'll speak anywhere and not just in your living room when you're standing right in front of them, for example. Will she do it while I look at her from a distance? Speak. Yes. Will she do it from a lie down? I don't know. Lie down? Speak. Oh, not quite. She gets that one confused. Lie down. Stay. Look at me. Speak. Yes. See, before she could go into the play dead right there, I wanted to acknowledge the vocalization. She's really starting to generalize speak, I mean, in one training session. So that went faster than I thought it would. And she's doing really well. Now here is the issue I was talking about at the front of our segment, is once your dog realizes that speak gets them a treat, they tend to get carried away. So we're gonna work on quiet now. Speak. Yes. Quiet. Yes. So I'm just finding moments of quiet there to reward. Now let me see if I can get her to be quiet after barking a few times. Speak. Quiet. Yes, if you're looking into her eyes there, you could see she was about to go into the pattern of barking again. So I wanted to quiet, interrupt her just as I did there. And let's see if we can get another speak when she looks up. Hey, speak and quiet. Okay, good job. Jackpot reward. I'm sure she'll still try to offer speak when she gets excited, but I'm gonna continue to work with her on that. Off to a great start on speak. Whenever you're trying to teach this or anything else with your dog, just be really consistent with them and be very clear in your communication. That takes practice on your part as well as a person, and I'm far from perfect on it, but all we can do is continue to try our best, and dogs are pretty smart. They're pretty good at reading between the lines. So recently I was vacuuming the house and I noticed that Inertia started to get a little nervous of this new vacuum cleaner we have. How is she reacting to it? She just barked, I didn't even think about it.
She's a little unsure.
In the past, I've gone through the effort to introduce her to the vacuum and even our Roomba that we have back at our New Orleans house. But you know, like every single vacuum cleaner is different. The context is different. We're in a different place. Whatever the reason, Inertia took a step back and started becoming very nervous of the vacuum once it gets turned on. Today is a good opportunity to go over our protocol when our dog is nervous of something, whether that be a vacuum, a lawnmower, a loud sound outside, or any other number of things. The steps we're gonna cover today should be helpful to you. Inertia right now is being really good. She's holding her stay. She's just relaxing. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a little treat here, just because this is a primary training session. I tend to treat very liberally when I'm very focused on training something specific. Rather than just turn it on, watch what I do here. She got a little nervous there, but I promptly turned it off. Even if she wouldn't have gotten nervous, I would have promptly turned it off there, but that caught her off guard, and you can see why. So I want to promptly give her something to let her know, look, everything's okay. We're trying to counter condition her. In other words, we want her equating the sound of the vacuum with getting something great. All right, I'm gonna turn it on, ready? Much better. You see that? Just did it for one quick sec. Good work. Just doing that a couple of times. So let's move on here. Let's see if I can leave it on for a little bit longer now. Nice work. So she's quickly getting that this isn't really any threat to her. There's nothing to be scared of. But it's when it starts moving that I think we might have an issue. So let's ease her into that. Hey, ready? My goal here isn't to freak her out and then try to fix it. My goal is to prevent her from being nervous of the vacuum in the first place. Like clockwork, the second I started to pull the handle back, she got nervous. Yes, I moved it like a half an inch there. Inertia, come. Good, can you sit? Good, so she's compliant. Yes, stay. As the handle goes back and it starts to move, she's no dummy. She's like, hey, I see what that thing's about to do. Let's stop there. Also notice, she's not on leash here. She's free to go at any time. She's choosing to stay in the general area, and I want her to work with the distance that she's comfortable with when this vacuum is on. And remember, when you're working with your dog on anything that makes them nervous, go at their pace. Don't ask for too much at once. Give them freedom to retreat and get space if they're feeling uncomfortable. Just kind of moving it very slowly, not too erratically, giving her treats at the same time, letting her evaluate from a distance where she's comfortable. And I should stress, my goal isn't to actually vacuum my house right now. Yes. My goal is just to get her more comfortable. Let me try switching up currencies here and see how she does when I use the toy. Let's see if this gets her in a less nervous frame of mind. Look at her body language. Her eyes are bright. She's not like hunched over looking at the vacuum cleaner. But look how she's focused on the toy. You can see she's like, okay, I can deal with that sound right there if you've got a toy. Ready? Okay. Nice job, girl. Getting your dog to play around things that throw them off is a really powerful way to help them overcome their doubts and concerns. I mean, think about it. It's pretty tough to be nervous and have fun at the same time. So, if they're having fun, they're probably not that nervous. Lie down. Stay. Yes. And so, look, she's really holding that stay. Now that I'm using the ball too. Good girl. So good. Okay. She got a little nervous, but she still held her stay, so I want to give her a toy there, let her run around with it, do what she wants. Overall, I'd say she's doing a pretty good job. I mean, the goal here again is just to get her comfortable with the vacuum when it's on and not just totally go and hide in a corner somewhere. So when you notice your dog getting nervous of something, just take your time, dedicate a couple of training sessions to it like we did today, break things down into small steps and go really slow to help your dog understand. So in this case with the vacuum, we started by turning it on for a brief moment, then rewarding with some treats, eventually working up to having it be on longer while moving, even rewarding with a toy, something she values. And so I'm gonna continue to work on this, but I think this was a good way to remind her, look, I know this is a new vacuum. It probably sounds a little bit different than the vacuums you've heard in the past, but there's no reason to be nervous of this one any more than there was to be of the other one at our other house. In the next episode, we're going to continue to work on 2 of the most important life-saving skills you can teach to a dog. And we'll do more Frisbee too. If you have a new puppy, you need to sign up for a pup box. Get 50% off of your first box when you sign up for a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription at pupbox.com/Zach. Use discount code Zach. I'll have a link below. Subscribe to this channel and you won't believe the progress that Inertia has made since this episode was filmed. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok to see her in real time. Get a copy of both of my books too. All of the links will be in the description of this video. See you guys next time.